Right, here we go again. Brand new, brand new, Mark 4 Focus ST Edition. So I've just looked, it's got like 680 miles on it. So it is literally just out the box. Really nice car, really cool colour, got some cool bits on it, bigger brakes, coilover suspension. It's really loaded up, really nice bit of kit. And we've got to do some mega upgrades to it today. So we are fitting mud flaps and a Revo air filter. So we've got front and rear mud flap kit, instructions, can't do without the instructions, all the fitting brackets and screws and stuff. And in here we have one Revo air filter. So let's get that popped in to start with, and then we'll get the car up in the air, and then we can start fitting the flaps. Right, so really technical job, the air filter on these. I think it's all of, yeah, 2 clips. Little wiggle of that one. Out comes the old one that's not even dirty. One new one, pre-oiled. So that's just ready to fire straight in. Always make sure you got your logo the right way around for the next person that opens it. So that's that technical bit all done. Now we'll get the car up in the air and we can start on the mud flaps. Right, so mud flaps, you've got to take out these original 2 fixings and then lose this piece of plastic trim. So they should just come out like that. And then this, with a bit of persuasion, gently, that pops off. Then we'll give it a little clean up behind. So it's got 2 of the original fixings, and then there's a screw that goes into the arch liner, and they also supply you with a sticky pad to go behind there. So what I tend to do is get that one located, get that one in there ready, and then in my pocket I have 1 sticky pad, 1 cleaning wipe. So we can just prep that a little bit just to get any grease and stuff off, just to make sure it sticks as well as possible. And then we'll pull that off of there. And just line this up the best we can so it can't be seen. So that's stuck to there. And then as you push this peg in, that's its final location. So we can stick that on there like that. And then there's a screw that comes with a cap that literally just screws in to the arch liner. And that pops on there, as easy as that. So we'll get the car, put the car right up. I need to jack the back up, take the wheels off, and then we'll touch base again when we're doing the rears. Right, so onto the rears. Start by bending the brackets. The brackets are exactly the same. You just flip it over and bend it the other way. You got to make sure you bend it correct first time because it's sort of perforated. If you bend it wrong and go to bend it back, it'll snap. So get that right for sure. Putting it onto the car, there's a few bits you've got to drill on the rears. So to start with, in here, this is an original fixing for the arch liner, and then you've got to drill that one. So obviously hold it up, mark it, drill it, and then it comes with a clip, this clip to screw through. So we'll get that on, and then we'll do another little catch-up bit. Also, I'll explain better in a minute, but this fixing hole, what I do is just snip it so you can slide it back onto this fixing, because once you've got that in, you can't then put the screw in. So you want to put the screw in, leave it loose, and slide it on, and then do it up. But I'll show you that in a minute. Right, so that is what I mean by just cutting a little slit in there. So when we feed this in behind here, and that all sits in there. So if you look in there, you can see the screw's in there, but it's loose. And then that you can just manipulate in there and then do up the screw so the arch line is fixed back in its position, not just flapping around. So we'll get that screw in. Right, so now we've got you can see in there, if I shine a torch in there, you can see that the fixing screw's back in, and it's holding the arch liner as well, which I think is a better way of doing it. So then what we can do is go ahead and put the little Christmas trees into the mud flap, and we can push that on. So you've got 3 Christmas trees, 1, 2, 3. There's a plastic nut and bolt that goes in here that's supplied in the kit. All the bolts line up lovely, to be fair, it's really good. And then again, you've got to drill this one, but you just need to make sure that the flap's nice and square, because it will, even though when it's attached to the bracket, it still will move a little bit, and you've got to make sure you get both sides the same, or it looks awful. So I'm going to get these other 2 clips in, get that one in and done, get that drilled, and then we'll touch base again. Right, so there we are, all done, all fitted. Looking as good as they're going to look. Again, like I said, making sure I use this as a reference point. That point on the bumper up here is fixed. There's nothing you can do about that. So I think these are like 37 mil from there to there, and the other side's exactly the same. So just making sure they're within a mil of each other, and then you can't tell the difference. But these are absolutely spot on. The only thing that was left to do after putting all your fixings in is in here again is a sticky pad. So I get everything screwed on, and then you know it's in its position, and then you can just pull the flap forward, put the pad in, clean it up, put the pad in, then stick it back, and then it's in its final location. So what I'll do is get the wheels back on, and then we'll have a look with the wheels on. Right, so there we go. Mud flaps, all done. Looking really good. The colour match is really good as well, actually. The ST logo. So that's it. Another one done and completed. Really nice car. There's the big brakes on the front. They're really impressive for standard. So they look really good. Quite a snazzy decal down the side there. I believe that comes standard. Yeah, all done. Really nice looking car from behind. Obviously, same on the other side with the mud flaps. So don't forget to subscribe, like, bell notification button. Any questions, chuck them in the comments, and we will see you on the next one.